we want to make sure this is a good fit for you. You might like vending, but you might not realize how much we do for you. Because before we start even thinking about how we're going to fund this thing, we want to make sure that this is a right fit for you.
That's what's really exciting about this business. There's opportunities out there. This one is a simple, boring business that can get you where you want to go. And whether that's the starting point or it could be the retirement point, right? All walks of life, vending makes sense. Hello and welcome back to another episode. Today we're going to talk all about vending and why vending could be the perfect business for you. And vending is like a perfect conduit because it's really, in my opinion, it's not rocket science. It's having a high quality machine in a great location with good foot traffic and optimizing the machines with the best product and getting as many vends as possible daily, right? And so without further ado, we're going to welcome Markel to the show. Markel, nice to see you again.
Thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure hanging out with you, Bo.
So I know many of you out there probably have looked in vending and it's exciting. You might have looked at, like, well, it seems overwhelming to get the process started. Walk everybody through kind of the process, how you guys have put together a webinar. And guys, we've made it simple. You can go to vendingwebinar.com. It's going to take you to a page where you can put your name and email in, and it will automatically send you the webinar. And then it will make sure that Markel knows that you're watching the webinar so he can follow up with you and answer any questions. So I guess if this sounds exciting as we're going through this interview here, that's my first step, is just go to vendingwebinar.com. We'll put a link below and watch the webinar. Walk them through kind of the process you take your candidates through so they get a deep understanding of how the business operates and runs. And so they can get a level of comfort like, hey, this all sounds exciting, but I need to learn more. I want to figure out, what are, how does Naturals to go about, placing the machines? Can I call other people in the system that own and operate? So walk us through kind of the due diligence process that somebody exploring a business opportunity like vending might go through with your company.
For sure. And right out of the gate, it's all about making sure we're transparent with you. We want to make sure we're getting everything to you up front. So you're going to get a disclosure on call one. You're going to get an owner list on call one. Everything's happening on call one. Before that call, the webinar, as Bo mentioned, that's the first step because we want to make sure this is a good fit for you. You might like vending, but you might not realize how much we do for you. And while most people like that we do everything for them, there are some people out there that say, hey, I might want to just do this myself. So that's the reason, we're not here to sell you anything. That's another thing people don't realize about our process. It's a mutual discovery process. You're learning about us to see if we're a good fit for you, and we're learning about you to see if you're a good fit for us. And we'll get into this in a bit. We're not a franchise. We're a business opportunity. So there's a lot less that we can do to cut the cord with you if you're a bad operator. So we need to vet all that up front. And the process is very simple. I've had operators go through it in 7 days, and they would have gone through it in 5 days if the FTC didn't mandate that you hold the disclosure for at least 7. So our process is very straightforward. You get everything on that first call, and you watch that webinar first time, schedule a follow-up call with me. We get you disclosed, get you introduced to owners, have some conversations to build on what you learned from the webinar and the conversation that you had with me. We connect about a week later, how those calls with those owners go, any other questions, any other stones we didn't unturn. Then we start to peel back the layers on how we're going to capitalize this thing. Because before we start even thinking about how we're going to fund this thing, we want to make sure that this is a right fit for you. So that's why webinar, first call, speak to owners, that's the upfront. Once we figure out that it's a good fit for you, we move into funding. Once funding's figured out, we have your intake interview. And the interview, that's one last spot check, one last I dotting, one last T crossing to make sure that you're a good fit for us, we're a good fit for you. Then we move you into training. So it's a very simple process. Nothing too antiquated. You don't have to do anything. We're not making you do backflips here, but we do want to make sure that you're properly vetting this opportunity because vending, while it is simple, while our opportunity is very easy to understand, we want to make sure that, like I said, you're the right fit for us and we're the right fit for you.
As you can see, there's a lot of support. You're not alone in this, this journey. And it's really a limitless business model where you can grow it to wherever you want it to grow. You can keep it small. You can go large. That's what's really exciting about this business. And I think out of most business models, that this one is probably appealing to the majority of people because they're like, look, I'm not really that entrepreneurial. I need something simple, but yet is going to get me the desired results. There's opportunities out there. I think this one is a simple, boring business that can get you where you want to go. And whether that's the starting point or it could be the retirement point, right? You got the beginning entrepreneurs, or you got the corporate people that just want to, make a couple extra bucks just to support their retirement. All walks of life, vending makes sense. So vendingwebinar.com. Markel, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you on the next episode.
Yeah. Take care, guys.
Meet Bo Eckstein, the driving force behind Business Ownership Coach. Unlocking the path to business ownership. Visit www.businessownershipcoach.com. Thrive with Business Ownership Coach.
Hey guys, Bo Eckstein here. If you enjoyed what you saw, please subscribe to this channel. We talk all things financing. I've been in the lending industry for over 20 years, and I'm happy to answer your questions and provide great content.